On today's show, we're going to talk about 3 things you can do starting today to improve your credit score. Coming up. Hey guys, welcome to the program. Your old buddy Tim back in the Revolved Realty studio, continuing our video series on credit scores, how to improve your credit so you can get approved for a home loan. Now, in the last video, I talked about exactly what a FICO score was, the different ranges of a FICO score from really crappy to really good. If you missed that video, you can go back and watch it. I'll plug it in down below here. But today I want to talk about a few of the things that you can do to get your credit back on track. Now, as we said in the last video, your credit score or your FICO score is how companies really judge what they consider to be your credit worthiness. How reliable are you based on history that you are going to pay back this debt in a timely manner? Now, a few things that you can do is, number one, stop spending so much money. Put the credit cards away. Stop putting everything on credit cards. What you want to do is back off on the credit purchases if you are working on getting a mortgage. Now, as I mentioned in the last video, even if you can't qualify for a mortgage now, there are things you can do to help you get on track. One of our sponsors of this program is the mortgage firm. Stephen Allen and his team work all the time with folks who maybe don't have the best credit in the world, and they help them repair that credit and get them back on track. Stephen is also the best in the business at getting you the best mortgage that you can possibly get. And right now, if you mention that you heard about Stephen and the mortgage firm on the program, Stephen is going to waive that $450 appraisal fee. So that's going to put some bucks back in your pocket. So anyway, stop spending on credit. All right. Put the credit card in your pocket. Don't be putting things on credit, because if you are in credit repair and you're trying to repair your credit so you can get a home loan, the worst thing you can do is start spending money on credit. So put the credit cards away, back away from the card reader, and don't put anything else on credit. Another thing you can do is start paying off your credit, your existing credit. Don't add to it. Start paying off what you owe. Now, you may have heard of Dave Ramsey. He's a financial guru who is the master at teaching people how to do this. If you haven't heard of Dave, check out daveramsey.com. And he has a plan where you basically figure out what you owe and you start paying things down over time and you snowball them in. So you want to start paying off the debt. You want to pay off the ones with the highest interest rate. I think you pay those off first because that's just burning money. And when you get one paid off, you double up on the payments on the next and the next, and that creates what Dave calls the snowball effect. So start paying off that debt. You know, we get into the habit of just making the minimum monthly payment. Did you know if you owe $1,000 on a credit card and you just make the minimum every month, it will take you years to pay it off, and you will typically pay 5 or 6 times the amount just in interest? So you want to pay off that debt as quickly as possible. You also want to make your payments on time. A lot of people miss those payments. Well, I'm just going to be a few days late. It's not going to matter. Trust me, it matters when Visa reports this to TransUnion or Experian or one of the credit reporting agencies. So you want to pay it on time. You want to get your bills current, meaning they're all up to date and good to go, and you want to stay current by paying them on time. Okay, so there are 3 or 4 tips for you. Before we go, I also want to tell you about our other sponsor on the program. Jacob Title is a company that we refer a lot of folks to. When you are buying a home, closing that home can be kind of a scary process. Well, Stan McDonald and his friends, areas team at Jacob Title, they are your hometown closer. They will work with you. They will make sure that the closing process is done efficiently and quickly, and you have the best experience possible. And if you mention that you saw or heard about Stan and Jacob Title on this program, they're going to knock $100 off your final cost. So, all right, there you go. There's 3 or 4 things you should start doing today to get your credit back on track. I've got another 3 or 4 we'll do in the next video. So put the credit card away. This is perfectly free, and stay tuned.